It's Archeage 101 with Jalan, and today we are continuing our deep dive into what does the future hold for Archeage. Specifically today, we are going to get into new zones, new levels, new gear levels. Now, I want to let you guys know right off the bat, this stuff is not coming to NA and EU soon. This stuff is still in its final iterations in Korea. So, truthfully, this stuff is about a half year away. But it is going to be of profound importance depending on how you line up your daily activities, what you do, what you stockpile, how you gear. So that's why I'm bringing it to you today. First up, we're going to be getting a new zone. We're going to be getting East Hyrum Mountains. And I always love when they can say you're going to be getting a new zone and they have some artwork from that new zone already put together. It means that you're pretty far along in the development process. Plus, when I talk about the new dungeon we were supposed to get, I'll comment a little bit more on open world zones. But you guys might not care about what zone we get. You guys might be caring about the new Hyrum levels. Well, what I'm going to tell you is that Hyrum weapons and gear are going to be able to go up to tier 4 now. Scrolls for doing this will be available in that new zone. We're going to be getting new infusions, and these are going to go heroic, unique, celestial. Now, we were supposed to be able to level up items to Eternal, and this was supposed to take lots and lots of XP. We even had the image, we had the picture. However, due to the feedback of the Korean players, and they didn't like the fact that Hyrum could go up to Eternal, this piece has been nixed. So as it is right now, you'll take your item up to T4, you'll be able to take it to Legendary, you'll be able to take it to Mythic, you'll be able to grind it all the way through Mythic and have it sitting just under Eternal, but we won't be able to send it over into Eternal until a later time. Now, when is that time going to come? What's it going to look like? What's the setup? I have no idea. I'm literally giving you patch notes that are fresh, hot off the presses, so I don't have any other answers on that. We are getting more character levels as well. As you guys know, 5.0 brought with it Ancestral to 34. Now we're going to be going to 55 on Ancestrals. And this looks like a pretty solid growth curve, but really, really extensive. There were no side labels, but I'm guessing it's going to be about 16 million XP per level from 40 to 50. And then that might be as high as 24 million XP from 50 to 52. But if you played like 4 years ago, you know that's nothing. That was like 40. That was like 54 to 55. So this is what it's going to look like with those ancestral stats. These are what you're going to have at 55. So that free damage reduction, the free toughness, the free resilience is starting to get pretty high. If you're already ancestral 34, this is what you're going to add on when you get to 55. So totals and your additionals. Going to tell you with these new levels, there may be an XP growth boost. There's talk of it, but this might be Korea only. I haven't done a dive into how much XP they need per level in a while. If you guys remember, they needed massive amounts of XP, like when we got ours chopped down. So this feature may stay Korea only. If it doesn't, then it'll be based on the top 20 geared people. You will gain a percentage of XP every night based on how far behind you are in XP. And this will be 5% per ancestral level, cap of 150 XP per cycle. So it'll just be free XP that shows up at reset. Talk about new Erenor levels, and this is where the Hyrum Eternal thing came from. The Korean players that are Erenor geared, they're a little upset that their gear is going to get devalued. Well, what they're going to be getting is Legendary Erenor gear can be awakened. It will add a 4th stat. Now, there's some other bits and pieces, and you guys have heard me say before that Korean is a difficult language to translate. So I'm still working on the translation of the other bits and pieces. Looks like you're going to get a small XP bump, but not a huge one. You're not going to be off to the races from Legendary to Mythic in any much faster pace. But it looks like you will get a little bit of an XP bump when you awaken your Legendary. Some other stuff. I want to talk about that new dungeon coming. They were originally going to tie the T4 to the new dungeon, but it wasn't going to be ready in time for this patch. There was a lot of difference between doing new gear and doing a new open world area and properly balancing a dungeon. This does speak volumes for XL Games that they realized that, hey, we want to do A and we want to do B, and we also want to have a dungeon. We can't get the dungeon done, so let's do A and B, and let's release the dungeon at a later time. So that is massive progress for their development cycle. That's probably a Jake Song-ism, him going back to the company this year. So that's positive. No matter what you want to say about the game and its history, that is definitely positive going into the future. For you PvEers, for you pack runners, there's going to be a change to freshness. I don't have that chart translated yet. I want to let you know that it's coming. It's not coming till later on in the year, but they are making some tweaks to freshness. They're making some tweaks to there being new Blue Salt Brotherhood packs. They're going to cost more, but they're going to give a bigger reward. We are going to be getting a new Combat Pet Collection achievement, like we have the Mount achievement. Maybe another Mana Storm Crystal event. This is just my assumption, but there's going to be... How many combat pets do you have? What do you get? Makes sense that they throw a Mana Storm Crystal event in if they follow the same achievable at the bench. Some bonus tips for you guys. As you know, my patrons at Patreon, they become producers of my show. They get their own channel on my Discord. They talk about things that I need to bring. So these all come from my producers this week. Want to remind people that you have packs to claim on the webpage. Get these no later than 28 January. The expiration is 31 January, but never wait till the last minute. That's how, you know, things get taken down early with Trion's record. Haven't seen Gamigo do that. Actually, have to give Gamigo a thumbs up. They did go back and clarify some verbiage that was confusing people. I have nothing negative to say about Gamigo except maybe turn up the speed on your ticket answering system. Old Obsidian gear. If you're sitting on stuff that is old, you can stone it in Mirage. Take stone brick to you. Last bench on the left. You can turn it into either Hyrum runes, or you can turn it into Erenor or Hyrum runes, depending on the piece of gear. It'll tell you. So this comes from a T7 legendary. It'll say, hey, if it's Celestial or higher and it's the right tier, that Erenor box will appear, or the Erenor option will appear. So what you do is you take that, you turn it into a sealed Erenor rune. You can sell those on the auction house. Or you can sell Hyrum conversion runes. I'm sorry, you can use Hyrum conversion runes to upgrade your own gear. And that's all I got for you today, guys. If you want to talk more, get me on Discord. I'm Jalan, #0001, or join my Discord. Link is in the description below. I stream twice a week for the next couple of days, and then in 2019, I'll be adding on a third show as I go for Twitch Partner. I will need your guys' help with that, even if all you can do is pop in and lurk. I want to get my concurrent viewers number up closer to 75 again before I hit the apply button for Twitch Partner. I will be adding on a Monday show, most likely, unless all of my patrons get together and say, nope, here's the day we want it. As soon as I get a 10th sponsor, the show goes in automatically. It's most likely Mondays, maybe a daytime show, maybe an afternoon show. It may rotate so I can get all of my viewers. Really going to be talking to my audience about that at a later date. Anyway, speaking of streaming, I streamed tonight. I've already cut this video once today. Wanted to bring you the update on the Eternal Hyrum. So let me get this recut and ready for distribution tonight. You guys take care and swing by the show. Hey, where are you going? You're not done yet. See these videos? There's videos up here to watch. You gotta go over here. Hit the chibi. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the webpage. And I'll see you guys on Twitch.